Number 1, the archipelago, where the future and the past walk side by side. Welcome to Japan, a country that is both dizzyingly modern and unbelievably ancient at the same time. Stretching across more than 6,800 islands on the eastern edge of the Eurasian continent, this curved chain of land is embraced by the Pacific Ocean and surrounded by some of the deepest oceanic trenches on the planet. Around 124 million people call this land home. But behind that number lies the most severe demographic crisis in modern history. The median age has reached 49, making Japan the world's only true super-age society, a place where sales of adult diapers have officially surpassed those for babies. An entire nation is quietly growing old. And yet, despite decades of economic stagnation, Japan remains a global titan with a GDP exceeding 4.2 trillion US dollars. Its real power, however, isn't measured in money. It's measured in soft power. From anime to sushi, from Toyota to PlayStation, no other country exports its culture with such quiet dominance. But the real story of Japan lies far beyond the statistics. It's a nation where 10,000 men strip down to loincloths in freezing winter rivers, where $1 million melons sit next to $5 ramen, where a single mistake by a chef can turn dinner into death, and yeah, where an entire street lit by neon lights sells nothing but the illusion of love. Before we dive into these unbelievable stories, tell us which country are you watching from, and what time is it right now where you are? Drop your location and local time in the comments below. We love seeing how far this story travels around the world. Number 2, the beautiful women. Famous for their power and mystery. If you've ever scrolled through photos of Tokyo streets, you've probably had the same thought. It feels like the women here stepped straight out of a fashion editorial. But Japanese beauty is not just about appearance. It's a centuries-old philosophy hidden beneath every gesture. Traditional Japanese beauty was built around restraint. The kimono with its intricate layers of silk, the wide obi sash tightened at the waist, and the wooden getter sandals was never designed to highlight body curves. Instead, it celebrates the delicate nape of the neck, considered the most sensual part of a woman in classical Japanese aesthetics, along with porcelain white skin, jet black hair, and a soft, gentle voice that always lets the man speak first. But step into Harajuku or Shibuya today, and that quiet image shatters in seconds. A cultural earthquake is happening on these streets. Young women are exploding into subcultures like Lolita decor and the reborn Gao movement. A rebellion painted in neon hair, dramatic makeup, and platform boots. It's a fashion declaration against centuries of be quiet, be small, be invisible. This new generation no longer waits to be chosen. They dominate TikTok and Instagram with fierce personal style, build independent careers, and speak their minds without apology. Japan is now witnessing a quiet revolution called womenomics. Female participation in the workforce has hit a historic peak, finally breaking the old taboo of kotobuki taisha, the unspoken tradition forcing women to quit their jobs after marriage to become full-time housewives. And then there's solo katsu, the art of enjoying life completely alone. Japanese women are marrying later or choosing not to marry at all. They buy their own apartments, travel solo across the world, and walk confidently into ramen shops, izakaya bars, even karaoke rooms by themselves. The need for a man as a safety net is fading fast. But here's the surprising part. Despite their fierce independence, Japanese women still deeply value sincerity over showmanship. Loud compliments, flashy gifts, and arrogance will get you nowhere. What truly moves them is patient listening, and the smallest acts of thoughtfulness, holding an umbrella for them in the rain, remembering the tea they ordered last week. In a culture built on subtlety, the loudest love is always the quietest one. So, if you ever fall for a Japanese girl, remember this golden rule. Never try to impress her, just be real. Oh, and hey, drop a number 2 in the comments if you'd want to experience love in Japan. Number 3, the dark reality of depression, self-isolation, and dying alone. For all its beauty, order, and politeness, Japan carries shadows that few tourists ever see. Behind the glowing vending machines and silent train stations lies a country quietly drowning in loneliness, a society so disciplined that many of its citizens are breaking from the inside. Meet the hikikomori. More than 1 million Japanese people, mostly men, have completely locked themselves inside their bedrooms for months, years, sometimes even decades. They don't go to school, don't go to work, and don't speak to their own families. Meals are just left outside the door. The world keeps spinning, but for them, time has basically frozen. Most are crushed by an invisible weight, the unbearable expectation to succeed in a society that never forgives failure. Kodakushi, the lonely death. Every year, thousands of elderly or single people pass away alone in their apartments, undiscovered for weeks, sometimes even months. Their bodies are only found when neighbors notice the smell or when rent goes unpaid. An entire industry of lonely death cleaners now exists in Japan. Workers in white suits quietly erase the final traces of forgotten lives. Then there's the workplace, where a different kind of death waits. Kroshi, death by overwork, is so common that the Japanese language actually created a specific word for it. Office workers collapse at their desks from heart attacks or jump from rooftops after months of unpaid overtime. And yet, falling asleep at work is not seen as laziness. It's called inamori, and it's worn as a badge of honor, proof that you've drained every ounce of energy for the company. But perhaps the most uncomfortable truth lies on the morning trains. Chan, the silent epidemic of groping on packed subways, became so widespread that Japanese railway companies were, forced to create women-only carriages during rush hour. Pink-marked train cars where female passengers could finally breathe without fear. A nation famous for its safety, yet forced to build separate trains to protect half of its population. And still, despite all of this, the streets remain spotless. People bow, they smile, they apologize. Because in Japan, suffering is never shown in public. It is swallowed, hidden, endured in silence. That is the deepest cost of being Japanese. A beautiful exterior protecting a wounded interior. A nation that has, honestly, mastered the art of looking perfectly fine even when it isn't. Number 4, the most alluring red light street on Earth. When the sun sets over Tokyo, a different city wakes up. Neon signs explode across the night sky in pink, electric blue, and blood red. Welcome to Kabuki-cho, the most famous red light district on the planet, beating like a feverish heart in the middle of Shinjuku. Step into this maze of narrow alleys, and you'll find a universe that exists nowhere else. Thousands of bars, hidden lounges, and the legendary host and hostess club stack on top of each other across dozens of floors. Inside, beautiful young men with bleached hair and tailored suits, or elegant women in glittering dresses, sit beside customers, pouring drinks, laughing at jokes, gazing into their eyes as if they were the only person in the world. But here's the twist that confuses every foreigner. In Japan, traditional prostitution is officially illegal under the 1956 anti-prostitution law. So how does an entire billion-dollar industry survive in plain sight? Through a brilliant legal gray zone, these clubs don't sell intimacy. They sell something far more powerful, the illusion of being loved. And that illusion has a price. A single bottle of champagne in a top host club can cost $5,000. Loyal customers, wealthy businesswomen, lonely office workers, even housewives spend tens of thousands of dollars in a single night just to be listened to, complimented, remembered. The biggest hosts in Tokyo earn over $1 million a year, their faces plastered on giant billboards like rock stars. But beneath the glittering bottles and the perfumed laughter lies something deeply melancholic. Kabukicho is not really a place of pleasure. It's a sanctuary for the lonely, the quiet refugees of a society that demands perfection. In a country where showing emotion in public is forbidden, this neon-lit street has become the only place where Japanese hearts are allowed to break and to be held, even for just one night. Number 5. The cuisine that walks the line between heaven and hell. Japanese food is famous worldwide: sushi, ramen, tempura. But beyond the polished menus of Tokyo lies a culinary universe so strange, so daring that even the bravest food travelers hesitate at the first bite. Let's start with shirako. The name sounds poetic, white children, but the truth is far less romantic. Shirako is the sperm sac of male cod or pufferfish served raw or lightly grilled. Its texture is soft, creamy, almost like melted custard, and locals consider it a winter delicacy paired with sake. For first-time visitors, the taste is shockingly mild, but the idea alone is enough to make most foreigners freeze with their chopsticks in midair. Next comes the dish that divides every household in Japan: natto, fermented soybeans with a smell often compared to old socks, a slimy texture, and sticky threads that stretch from your bowl to your mouth like spider silk. Yet, this humble breakfast staple is packed with nutrients believed to extend life expectancy, one of the secrets behind Japan's legendary longevity. But the true king of culinary danger is fugu, the pufferfish. Inside its body lies tetrodotoxin, a poison 1,200 times more lethal than cyanide. A single mistake by the chef, one wrong slice into the ovary, and dinner becomes an execution. That's why fugu chefs must train for years and pass one of the strictest national exams in the world before they're legally allowed to serve it. Eating fugu is more than a meal. It's a quiet conversation with mortality. Diners pay hundreds of dollars for a translucent plate of sashimi, knowing each bite carries a whisper of death. And then just when you think Japan has reached the edge of weirdness, there's the Kit Kat universe. Over 400 limited edition flavors from wasabi sake and miso soup to soy sauce and grilled corn. What started as a simple chocolate bar in the UK became a national obsession here, where every region has its own secret flavor. In Japan, food isn't just nourishment, it's philosophy, risk, art, and sometimes a beautiful flirtation with the impossible. Number 6. The Forbidden Lands. Cats rule. Foxes roam and forests whisper. Japan is not just a country. It's a collection of parallel worlds, each one stranger than the last. Step off the bullet train and suddenly, you're not in Tokyo anymore. You're somewhere that feels honestly stolen from a dream. Start with Aosama, the legendary cat island in Ami Prefecture. Once a quiet fishing village, the human population has dwindled to fewer than a dozen elderly residents, while the cats have multiplied to over 100. Wander the narrow streets, and you'll be surrounded by furry tails brushing your legs, sleepy felines napping on broken boats, kittens watching you from rooftops. It's not a zoo, it's a kingdom, and the cats are clearly, well, in charge. Now travel north to the snowy mountains of Miyagi, where Zofox Village waits like something out of a fairy tale. Over 100 wild foxes roam freely across pine forests, blanketed in white.